Writing your own private trust is not a path that I would recommend for anyone. When I first started my journey into the world of trusts, I first noticed the distinction between private and public, which seems obvious, but really most people are dead asleep to the fact that that's even an important distinction because in the public realm, you need lawyers, you need accountants, you need public agents to reinforce those documents. Whereas in the private world, you're always told on the surface, oh, you write your own trust. That way no one else is involved. But if you don't know anything about trusts, if you don't have any experience in understanding the common law and many of the nuances in the Constitution and the UCC code and all these just different variables that you have to figure out, then how do you go about starting to write a trust? So the way I approached it, like I've approached many things in my life, is to try to find the clearest path of success and follow what's proven to work. Now, in the public statutory world, it's easy and difficult because it's easy in the sense that there's so many agents that will line up to help you. But it's difficult because there's thousands of different options. Just for these people to wake out of bed and write you a piece of crap is probably going to cost you $3,000 to $5,000. And to get anything that has serious, asset protection, I mean, you could be looking in the tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars for extremely complex structures, which is why most people don't even start to look into it in the first place. And in the private world, there are all these grifters that, say, oh, you just write your own trust and then you have all these 3 different trusts and you connect them all. And really, there's just an equal amount of obfuscation and murkiness. And what makes it even harder is it's hard to find reputable, competent people to follow because everything is shrouded in darkness because it's private. So naturally, all the public agents out there, they don't want to talk about it. And they'll do the opposite. They'll just say, oh, that's a terrible idea for, oh, you have to be a church or all these quick little one-liners just to stop you from even looking into that path. But once you realize that that path actually exists, the question is, okay, how do you start to walk it yourself? And of course, fundamentally, there's education that's involved because we're all learning, just to even know the path is there, that's a certain awakening that requires you to be in a certain frequency to even understand that, oh, there's a distinction between private and public. And if I'm in the private, okay, now I'm outside of government jurisdiction. But when I first saw that, the first thought in my mind was, how can I find someone and really a whole track record of proof, many people who've done this. Because I myself had never done it. I had, pretty high level expertise in various financial topics. And I was an insurance broker and worked with a wealth management office. And I had experience trading all kinds of different financial products. And I'd seen many different corporate documents before. But even I knew that to try to create a trust that's just perfectly balanced and has the right mix of asset protection and flexibility, that's just something that was just completely beyond me. I wouldn't even want to attempt that at that time. And even now, knowing what I know now, I frankly see how complex it is to really create something in a precise way where your livelihood is on the line, the most important assets, and your family is on the line. And I see many people come into my community every day. They're like, oh, yeah, I wrote my trust, but I don't understand how to use it. Or I wrote this trust and based on some handbook and, I don't really understand how to execute it. And that's a fundamental problem because if you have one piece of the puzzle, but you don't have the other pieces you need, well, guess what? You don't have anything solved. You're in a very bad situation where you're trying to use something half-assed that you don't understand. And it's going to create much more liability than it would if you were to just stick with even whatever public statutory crap that you were using before. Because at least that can legally and lawfully hold assets. If you write a trust incorrectly and it can't even lawfully and legally hold assets, well, then you could be in a very bad situation should you try and use that, and then later down the line, things backfire on you. And, I'm a realtor, and especially in real estate, if you're trying to hold a property, like a valuable piece of property inside a trust, and the trust was written incorrectly, that's going to be a big problem in a variety of situations, whether it's moving the property around into a different entity via quitclaim deed, when you go to buy or sell a property and you don't have the right trust or the right entity in general, that's going to create problems in your transaction. It's also going to create problems just, sheltering the asset and making sure that it's actually out of your name and protected in a way where it's more private, there's less tax liability, and just less legal liability in general. So part of the path and how I found it was, like everyone who's probably watching this video, I was doing my research and I was trying to see who are the reputable people who talk about private trusts. And what I started to notice, was there's these different characters floating around on my feeds that definitely, something felt off, because a lot of these people, they talk about private trusts, and also some of them even talk about ecclesiastical ones or these other non-grantor ones. And, the non-grantor trust, that was one of the first trusts that I ever bought. And I realized very quickly that, there's a better way to do this. And that was a big ego check to me, because when I discovered it, I thought, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's non-grantor, and it's got all these other things in it that may hopefully make it, stay outside government jurisdiction. But then that comes with a lot of weird maneuvering where you gotta get other people on your trust, and then you have to have these fancy lawyers and accountants to maintain it. And ultimately, you're still filing every year. You're not actually exempt from anything. You're just perpetually deferring part of what you're putting into the trust, and then part of it is taxable. So it's not really a complete solution at all. And then when I found the ecclesiastical trust, you see all these characters with chains, flying around in jets, driving pink Bentleys, and all this weird stuff. And yet they're talking about God. It just didn't make any sense to me, at all. It seems very hypocritical that all these characters were very self-serving, even in the way they presented themselves. And yet they're talking about something that's supposed to be based in service, when all I can see is, you're spending a lot of money serving yourself and throwing all kinds of fancy terminology and things at me. But nothing is simple, straightforward to follow. And there's no trail of proof, even some of these characters that have testimonials, you actually look at them and they're all fake, some person says, I learned some valuable information. Great. I went to school. I learned what they told me was valuable, but did it actually help me in a practical manner in my life? No, I had to actually unlearn most of that. And just like that, a lot of information that you'll see in the private trust world orbiting around this topic, a lot of it is fake distraction that's meant to eat up your time, waste it, and then ultimately lead you nowhere. And I know that because there's so many rabbit holes around this topic where people think all these tactics and quick tricks are going to work. And it ends up not working, and that people spend inordinate amounts of time on it, which is really, that's our most valuable asset, our time. So if you're at this crossroads where you're trying to figure out what to do, I would hope that you want to save time. I mean, that's probably why you're researching my videos as well. And you also want to follow a path that's reliable and proven. And when I found Liberty Aid Academy, that's where I saw literally hundreds of people from all different walks of life, signed affidavits, video evidence, going back well over a decade. And that's when I started to see, this is actually a very clear track record of proof. Now, what's actually behind this? What's the education behind this? And then once I dove further into that, I started to see, wow, this education is actually comprehensive. I'm not left with big glaring question marks in how to run my trust, or, and even in how to write the trust. Let's just start with that. They make it simple where it's prepared for you. So technically you are preparing your own trust, which is required in order to create a private trust, because you don't want other intermediaries in your trust. If you're going to be the trustee and you don't want others being able to infringe upon your rights, then that trust needs to be created yourself. But when I say created yourself, Liberty Aid does it in a way where they prepare most of it for you. So you still create it, doing the final finishing touches. You put your name, put the trust name, you put the address, you put some other basic information, and then you personally have it notarized and acknowledged in front of a notary. And all of that is done yourself with help, that they give you to kind of prepare it. So technically you are writing the trust yourself, but you're doing it without having to figure out all the clauses, basically. So it's like writing a trust on easy mode. And I know some people, they want to like, go dive into the law and spend hundreds of hours researching and thinking they know something. But most of the people that I see doing that, they're not actually executing. They're not doing anything with it. They're just learning all these fancy terms. They're able to talk about it, like throw them out there, and then they do nothing with it. And that's really a sad state of affairs, because I spent so many years of my life doing that, paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for fancy Ivy League education. And what did it get me? Not a lot of practical stuff. I'm not going to say I learned nothing, but that's the problem with education, is you can educate yourself into oblivion, where you know a lot of stuff that's just not practical and not useful at all. And most people who I see enter this private trust world, that's where they're at. They're just like studying courses, and they're trying to piece together trust themselves in a haphazard manner. And then they come to me and they're like, oh, well, I did something already. It's great, but I don't understand it. Well, if you don't understand it, it's not that great. And probably what you've done has certain key flaws in it that you may not even understand, because, again, it's just something that, to be an expert in this topic, it requires such a vast array of knowledge to create a trust like the one that we use and hundreds of others in my community use. And look, if you want to learn more about how hundreds are executing on this in a practical manner, not just fancy terms, but actually getting things done, opening bank accounts, transferring, buying, selling real estate, getting, credit. Like, there's many other topics with this trust that you can dive into. And my community has a lot of information on how to get started on that. So you can check that out, the link below. But, when I started, it was like, that was what I wanted. I wanted a clear path to follow, because I knew I wasn't smart enough to reinvent the wheel. And so I just followed the path laid out. And then since then, it's given me the confidence to help hundreds of others follow that same path, because it's worked for me. It's worked for my family. I know hundreds of active trustees who use this every single day without any issues. Now, I can't say the same for other trusts, because people come to me all the time when they say, oh, I've written this other thing, or I did this and I pieced together this. And look, if you pieced something together and there's one element that's wrong, well, guess what? Then the whole thing, it's just, up shit's creek. And that's not what you want when you're protecting your most valuable assets, your business, your family, your children. Like, you need something that's airtight, that just nothing can break in, that is, bulletproof. And so that's where not just the right trust comes in, that's written in the correct way, and then, when you prepare it the correct way, but it's the education, the execution of how to use it. That is just as important, if not more important. Because if you have, I've seen people, they have this document, and some people, they even get the document, and then they have analysis paralysis, where they're like, oh, how do I use it? What do I do? And that's also where I come in, and where my community comes in a lot, because I'm here as a resource, as well as many other trustees over at Liberty Aid and in my community. But we're resources where, hopefully, once you have it, you don't just have a fancy piece of paper sitting there that you don't know how to use. You need to implement it, and you need to learn certain steps beyond just what it says on a piece of paper. Because, some people think, oh, if I have a template, I'm good. I just sign the template and then it's all great and I'm exempt and it's just going to be fine. But definitely not. There's a lot of pieces to actually implementing, to using it. And so having that comprehensive education by someone who's mastered this topic, it's going to take you a long way. And I'm not even referring to myself. When I saw John McCaig and how he created Liberty Aid and led it, and how he himself came to the knowledge of, creating the first trust before he helped others, that whole story was cohesive to me. It made sense. And I've discussed things with him and other trustees in great detail as far as how he came to that information, and even the ecclesiastical nature of the trust, and his belief in Jesus Christ and Mayor Baba and the other avatars that had Christ consciousness throughout the ages. Like, he explained things in a way where I really could start putting together why you need all the pieces of the trust, why it has, why privacy is just the first component, which most people don't even understand. It's not like it's secret. It just means it's outside government jurisdiction. And then from there, you need something that's common law, that's irrevocable, and that's ecclesiastical. And so many other people out there, they just can't explain these topics. They really can't explain any one of those terms, let alone a trust that weaves them all together beautifully and executes beautifully and works every single time. You're going to find that many people who talk about this, they're very cagey. They like to throw fancy terms without getting into the practical matter of again, execution. And that's where I stand. It's like, how can we practically help ourselves and help our families? So for those of you who want practical insights and who don't want to just be lost in the weeds, doing everything themselves, trying to write their own thing and then just crossing their fingers, hoping it works, like that's not really a strategy. That's just like hoping and luck. So if you want to put an actual strategy behind your action, then I look forward to walking this path, many of you, and it can start in my community. And, I look forward to seeing many of you in there. For the rest of you who want to just DIY, I mean, good luck, because, you think you're saving time maybe by doing it yourself. Probably not, but you think you're saving money, which again, time is money. And the amount to start this trust going down the path that we use is so much less than any accountant, lawyer that you can really come up with. I mean, it's not free, but it's such a reasonable investment where it can pay itself back within the first 2-3 months if you use it correctly. And then the ROI over your lifetime is literally infinite with what this kind of strategy can do for you when it protects your assets and your business. So, if there's any hesitation, it's like, go towards the path that has the most proof and really dive into what are those proof elements and who's actually doing it, and ask questions. And when you start to poke at some of these paths that appear out there, really large holes start to appear, where it's just like, you don't know who's doing it. You don't know how to do it. There's just big question marks. And so my community is a place where a lot of those questions are answered. So I look forward to chatting with many of you.